Hello students, let us do these questions which I have taken from your exemplar book. First question is that which of the following statement is not correct for an object moving in a straight path in an accelerated motion? Yes. So if we see first option, its speed keep changing. So if it is accelerated motion, then obviously speed will change. Its velocity always changes. Yes, velocity is also going to change. Okay, in the third option, it always goes away from the earth. No, not necessarily. It will not go away. Not necessary that it will always go away from the earth. A force is always acting on it. Yes, a motion will be accelerated when we apply some force. Then only acceleration will come. Okay, so here which statement is not correct? Your answer will be option C. Okay, moving on to the next question. According to third law of motion, action and reaction always act on the same body? No, not at all. It is not on the same body. Okay, if you throw a ball, it comes back. So action has taken place on the wall when you throw the ball on the wall, and then the reaction is on the ball that it comes back, right? So it is not on the same body. Okay, it always act on different bodies in opposite direction. Yes, it is always acting in the opposite direction and also on different bodies. So this option is the correct one, but still let us read other two options. Have the same magnitude and direction? No. Act on either body at normal to each other? No, not at all. So your answer will be option B. Okay, moving on to the next question. A goalkeeper in a game of football pulls his hands backward, holding the ball short at the goal. This enables the goalkeeper to. So understand the question here first. Suppose you are playing football or you play cricket. So when the ball comes to you at high speed, when you are catching it, don't you take your hand behind little bit. So what you are trying to do? You are trying to minimize the force acting on your hands by the ball. If you don't take your hands behind, it will hit you with more force. Correct. So let us see. It enables the goalkeeper to exert larger force on the ball. No, not at all. You are not exerting any force on the ball. You are just trying to hold it. Okay, reduce the force exerted by the balls on hands. Yes, you are, when you are moving, you are pulling your hands back, while as soon as you catch the ball, you pull your hands back. That is to minimize or to reduce the force exerted by the ball on your hands. Increase the rate of change of momentum? No. Okay, and decrease the rate of change of momentum? uh, yes, it will be, but here for this one there will be decrease in the rate of change of momentum overall. No, this option is also wrong. This is also not happening. Okay, so it is basically to reduce the force exerted by the ball on your hands. Fine. The next question is, the inertia of an object tends to cause the object. Okay, inertia of an object will cause the object to what? To increase its speed, to decrease its speed, to resist any change in its state of motion, or to decelerate due to friction. See, inertia will cause the resistance. Inertia is related to the mass of an object. More the mass of the object, more heavier the object is, more is the inertia, and it will be difficult to bring change in its state of motion. If something is more heavy, it will try to remain in its state of whichever, like let's say it is in the state of rest, so it will remain in the state of rest. Okay, so it is difficult to push any heavy object compared to a lighter object. That is because of its inertia, and inertia is nothing but it is the ability of any object to resist its state of motion. Okay, fine. So this will be our answer. Moving on to the next question, that is question number 5. Here it is given that a passenger in a moving train tosses a coin which falls behind. Where the coin is falling, it is falling behind him. Now it means that the motion of the train, means the coin is falling behind, so the motion of the train will be in the opposite direction. Okay, so it is in the accelerated. So uh, a passenger in a moving train tosses a coin which is falling behind him. It means that the motion of the train is accelerated. Yes. Okay. If you are not clear with this answer, that why we will say that it is accelerated, try to understand that it is accelerated. When we say something is getting accelerated, means some force is acting on it, okay, in order to bring acceleration, correct? So suppose my train is there and I'm applying some force, or I want to increase its, I want to accelerate it. So force, suppose in this direction the train is moving, I apply more force and it start accelerating. Means earlier the coin was, with some different acceleration it was, okay. So it will try to maintain its that particular state of acceleration, right? So let's say something is at rest. Suppose this is a vehicle. Let's say this is a vehicle, it is moving in this direction. So when it is moving in this direction from the state of rest, what happens? You fall backward. Suppose you are sitting in a car, and from rest, the car, as soon as the car start moving, you fall backward because you try to maintain that state of rest. So here also, because this coin has gone behind, okay, or when we, suppose I can ask you question like this, like you are sitting in a car, you fall behind. So tell me what change has happened. Means you were earlier in some different state of motion, now the force has increased, right? Because the acceleration has taken place. That is the reason why no, the thing is falling behind, because it will try to maintain that previous state of acceleration, okay. I hope it is clear. Moving on to the next question. An object of mass 2 kg, okay, is sliding with a constant velocity of 4 meter per second on a frictionless horizontal table. Okay, how the table is? It is frictionless. Now the force required to keep the object moving will be, so when there is no friction, when there is no force which is acting from the opposite direction, okay, so what will happen? It will keep on. If the thing is in state of motion, if an object is in the state of motion, so it will continue to move. It is not going to stop until and unless an opposite force or an unbalanced force from the opposite direction acts on it, right? It cannot change its state of motion. That same motion will be maintained. Getting my point? So here what your answer will be? It will be 0 newtons, okay. This is applicable only when it is a frictionless surface. If the surface is frictionless and something is already in the state of motion, so it will maintain that state of motion until and unless some unbalanced force act on it, okay. Like if it has to increase the speed, means some force will be acting on it, or let's say it has to decrease the speed or has to come to state of rest, friction, which is the force acting in the opposite direction, right, opposite to the direction of motion. So that has to act on it. Until and unless unbalanced force act on an object, the state of motion is not going to be changed, okay, in case of frictionless horizontal table or anything which is frictionless, has a frictionless surface. But in reality, in practical world, it is not possible to bring a frictionless condition, okay. Now moving on to the next one, that is rocket works on the principle of, yes, it will work on the principle of, your answer here will be momentum, okay. It works on the principle of conservation of momentum. Now moving on to the next question. There is a water tanker, it is filled up to 2/3 of its height, fine, and it is moving with a uniform speed. Means you have to understand, there is a water tanker and that water tank is moving with some uniform speed. A sudden application of brake, now brake has been applied. So what will happen to the water in the tank? The water in the tank would, yes, so the water in the tank was earlier in the state of motion as the tank was moving. So it will try to maintain that state of motion, so it will move forward, though the brake has been applied in order to stop the tanker, but the water was initially in the state of motion along with the tank, right? So it will try to maintain that state of motion and will go forward. So here your answer will be B option, that is it will move forward, okay. Then okay, we'll do 2 more questions, okay, fine. So in this 9th question, they are saying that there are 3 solids made up of aluminium, steel, wood of the same shape and same volume. So shape and volume is same, but the material is different, okay, the matter is different. So which one of them would have highest inertia? Inertia is related to mass. Mass can be related with the density. More dense an object is, more the mass will be, okay. So if you compare aluminium, steel and wood, it is the steel which is more denser. So obviously steel is going to have more inertia. Fine. Now question number 10. Two balls of the same size but of different material. Same size is there, ball size is same. Okay, so, but material is different. One is rubber and iron. They are kept on the smooth floor of a moving train. Fine. Where these two balls are there, one ball is of rubber, another ball is of iron, and they both are on the floor of a moving train. Now the brakes are applied suddenly to stop the train. So will the ball start rolling? Yes, the ball will roll. It will try to maintain its previous state of motion, right? Because the train was earlier in the moving state. So ball will also try to maintain that state of motion. It will go forward like the okay. So there will be moving, there will roll, the balls are going to roll. Okay, so if so, in which direction? So obviously in the forward direction, or the direction in which the train was moving earlier, in that same direction the ball will move. So will they move with the same speed? So are they going to move with the same speed? Now speed will depend upon how much it is how much inertia it has, because inertia is what? Inertia is the ability to resist the state of motion, right? So depending upon the inertia, that speed will be maintained. Fine. So rubber and iron, let us see whose inertia is more. So whose inertia is more, rubber or iron? In iron will have more inertia, it is more heavy compared to rubber. So iron will move with the lesser speed compared to the rubber. Okay, so you have to relate here, that you have to tell that they are not going to move with the same speed. Iron will resist the motion. Okay, so it will move ahead but with the lesser speed compared to the rubber ball. Rubber ball will move for a more distance with the little more speed, okay, compared to the iron ball. So with this we are done with first set of 10 questions. Rest of the question we'll do next time. Thank you.